The art of the prompt, how to talk to the AI. If there is one skill that determines whether you succeed or fail as a vibe coder, it is this: the ability to describe what you want clearly. That is it. Not technical knowledge, not design skills, not business experience. The ability to communicate your vision to the AI in words that the AI can understand and act on. Everything else is secondary, because if you can describe it, the AI can build it. And if you cannot describe it, nothing gets built. I call this skill prompt artistry, not prompt engineering. Prompt engineering sounds technical. It sounds like something that requires a computer science degree. Prompt artistry is different. It is creative. It is communicative. It is human. It is the art of translating the picture in your mind into words that an AI can turn into reality. And it is a skill that anyone can learn, because it is fundamentally about communication. And communication is the most human skill there is. Let me share the principles I have developed for writing effective prompts. These are not rules. They are principles, guidelines that have emerged from hundreds of hours of building. They work for me. They will work for you. The first principle is specificity. The AI does not know what you are thinking. It only knows what you type. When you say make a nice homepage, the AI has to guess what nice means. Nice to you might be clean and minimal. Nice to the AI might be colorful and busy. The result is a mismatch. You get something that looks nothing like what you imagined. And you blame the AI. But the AI did exactly what you asked. You asked for nice. It gave you its version of nice. The problem was not the AI. The problem was the instruction. Specificity means describing exactly what you want. Instead of make a nice homepage, you say create a homepage with a hero section at the top. The hero section should have a dark blue background with white centered text. The headline should say, Master your money in 5 days. Below the headline, a subtitle that says, a step-by-step challenge for parents who want financial clarity. Below the subtitle, a button that says, Start today. The button should be blue with white text. Below the hero section, 3 feature cards in a row. Each card has an icon at the top, a title in the middle, and a description below. The icons are financial themed. The first card is about budgeting. The second is about investing. The third is about debt management. That is specific. The AI knows exactly what to build. There is no guessing, no ambiguity, no room for interpretation. The output will match your vision because your vision was described in detail. Specificity is the difference between hoping the AI reads your mind and telling the AI exactly what to build. The second principle is structure. A good prompt is organized. It has sections. It has order. It flows logically. I structure every prompt the same way. First, I describe the page or feature, what it is, what it does. Second, I describe the layout, what goes where, what the user sees. Third, I describe the behavior, what happens when the user clicks, what happens on success, what happens on error. Fourth, I describe the data, what information is displayed, what information is collected, what information is stored. That structure works for every prompt: page, layout, behavior, data. When you organize your prompt this way, the AI receives a complete picture. It knows what to build, how to arrange it, how it should behave, and what data to use. No ambiguity, no missing pieces, no confusion. The structure ensures that nothing is forgotten, and the AI builds exactly what you described. The third principle is examples. The AI understands examples better than descriptions. Instead of saying make it look like a modern fintech app, show what you mean. Describe a specific app that has the look you want. I want the design to feel like stripe.com. Clean, professional, lots of white space, blue accents, sans serif fonts, cards with subtle shadows. That reference gives the AI a design direction. It does not copy Stripe, but it understands the aesthetic, the vibe, the feeling. and it applies that feeling to your app. You can also use examples for behavior. Instead of saying, I want a smooth onboarding flow, describe a specific flow. When the user signs up, they should see a welcome message for 3 seconds, then automatically redirect to a setup wizard. The wizard has 3 steps. Step 1 asks for their name and email. Step 2 asks for their financial goals. Step 3 asks for their monthly income range. After step 3, they see a confirmation page and are redirected to the dashboard. That level of behavioral description tells the AI exactly what to build, step by step, screen by screen, action by action. The 4th principle is iteration. Your first prompt will not be perfect. The output will not match your vision exactly. That is normal. That is expected. That is the process. You describe. The AI builds. You review. You adjust your description. The AI rebuilds. You review again. You adjust again. Each iteration brings the output closer to your vision. The mistake new builders make is expecting perfection on the first try. When the first output is not perfect, they get frustrated. They think the AI does not understand. They think vibe coding does not work. They quit. But the first output is never perfect. It is a draft, a starting point, a conversation opener. The magic happens in the iterations, in the back and forth, in the refinement. That is where the app takes shape, not in the first prompt, in the series of prompts that follow. I want to share a real example from my building. When I built the affiliate dashboard for Smart Investor Leader, my first prompt was simple. Create an affiliate dashboard that shows earnings, referrals, and payouts. The AI built something. It was functional, but it was not what I wanted. The earnings were displayed as plain text. The referrals were in a basic table. The payouts were a simple list. It worked, but it looked like a prototype, not a product. So I iterated. My second prompt said, make the earnings display more visual. Use cards for each metric. Total earnings, pending earnings, available balance, lifetime earnings, each in its own card with the number large and a label below. The AI adjusted. The cards appeared. Better, but still not right. The cards were too big. The numbers were not formatted as currency. The labels were generic. My third prompt said, make the cards smaller. Format all numbers as euros with 2 decimal places. Change the labels to total earnings, pending commissions available for payout and lifetime revenue. Add a subtle blue border to each card. The AI adjusted again. Now the cards looked professional. The numbers were formatted correctly. The labels were specific. It was close to my vision. My fourth prompt said, below the earnings cards, add a referrals table. The table should show the date of referral, the name of the referred user, the amount of the sale, and the commission earned. Sort by date with most recent first. Add pagination with 10 results per page. The AI built the table. It was clean, functional, professional. My fifth prompt said, below the referrals table, add a payout section. Show a list of past payouts with date, amount, and payment method. Add a button that says, request payout. When clicked, show a form with payout method options. PayPal bank transfer and M-Pesa. The form should collect the payment details and submit a payout request. The AI built the form. It was connected. It worked. 5 prompts, 5 iterations, from rough prototype to polished dashboard. Each prompt was more specific than the last. Each iteration brought the output closer to my vision. The final dashboard was something I was proud of. But it took 5 rounds of describe, review, adjust to get there. That is the process. That is vibe coding. Not one perfect prompt, a series of improving prompts. The 5th principle is context. The AI needs context to make good decisions. When you describe a feature, the AI needs to understand where it fits in the app, what the app does, who the users are, what the brand is. Without context, the AI makes generic choices. With context, the AI makes choices that fit your specific app. I always start a building session with context. Here is what I am building. Smart Investor Leader is a financial education platform for parents. The brand colors are blue and white. The tone is professional but warm. The users are parents who want to learn about money. The platform has a challenge, a membership, and a mastery program. Now I want to add a feature. That context helps the AI make better decisions about design, tone, and functionality. It knows the brand, it knows the audience, it knows the purpose. So when it builds the feature, it builds something that fits. The sixth principle is feedback. The AI responds to feedback. When something is wrong, tell the AI what is wrong and what you want instead. Do not just say that is not what I wanted. Say the button is too big. Make it smaller. Change the text from submit to continue. Move the button to the center of the page. Make the background lighter. Specific feedback produces specific changes. Vague feedback produces vague changes. Or no changes at all. I have a rule for feedback. If the AI got something wrong, I do not start over. I do not rewrite the whole prompt. I just tell it what to fix. Fix the button. Move the card. Change the color. Adjust the text. Incremental feedback is faster and more effective than starting over, because the AI has already built most of what you want. You just need to adjust the parts that are wrong. Starting over wastes the work that was already done. Incremental feedback preserves the good work and fixes the bad. The seventh principle is patience. Some features take multiple sessions to get right. Complex features like payment processing, affiliate systems, and access control cannot be built in one prompt. They require multiple rounds of description testing and adjustment. Do not rush. Do not expect complex features to work perfectly on the first try. Build the basic version. Test it. Identify what is wrong. Adjust. Test again. Repeat until it works. Patience is not just a virtue in vibe coding, it is a strategy. The patient builder produces better apps than the impatient one, because the patient builder iterates until it is right. The impatient builder ships something that is almost right and pays for it later. I want to share a practical framework for writing prompts. I call it the 5W framework. What, where, when, who, why, what is the feature? Where does it go on the page? When does it happen? Who sees it? Why does it matter? If you answer all 5 questions in your prompt, you have given the AI enough information to build accurately. What? I want a pricing card. Where? On the pricing page in the center. When? It should be visible on page load. Who? It should be shown to all visitors. Why? To help visitors understand the pricing and make a purchase decision. The card should show the price, the features included, and a buy button. The price is 47 euros. The features are 5-day challenge, daily lessons, community access, and a completion certificate. The buy button says start the challenge and links to the checkout page. That prompt answers all 5 questions. What? A pricing card. Where? Center of the pricing page. When? Visible on load. Who? All visitors. Why? To drive purchases. The AI knows exactly what to build, and it builds it right the first time, because the prompt was complete. The last thing I want to say about prompts is this. Your prompts are your code. When you write code, you are precise. You check syntax, you test, you debug, you iterate. Treat prompts the same way. Be precise. Check your descriptions. Test the output. Debug what is wrong. Iterate until it is right. The quality of your prompts determines the quality of your apps. Good prompts produce good apps. Great prompts produce great apps. Vague prompts produce vague apps. Invest time in your prompts. It is the highest return investment you can make as a vibe coder. Remember, every great app started with a great prompt. Every great prompt started with someone who dared to describe what they saw in their mind. Be that someone. Describe what you see. The AI will build it. That is the promise of vibe coding. That is the power of the prompt. If you want to learn the art of the prompt, join me at 7D AI Academy. I teach specific prompt techniques for building apps, with examples, with templates, with real prompts that I have used to build real features. Search for 7D AI Academy online and start mastering the art of the prompt today. I am Smarty, and this has been episode 18 of Vibe Coding with Purpose. In the next episode, we are going to talk about the 7 dimensions of life in detail, what each dimension means, how they connect, and why building apps that serve all 7 creates something extraordinary. See you there.